Look, if you knew history, and I know a lot of you do, but for new listeners, you would know you always get a powerful group in charge. They become decadent, they become inbred, they become disdainful of the public. And the public deserves disdain. I deserve disdain. None of us are perfect. And then they start killing everybody. Even when there's plenty of food and everything, they just say, I want to kill everybody. I want to kill my neighbors. I want to kill the general public. And they just start killing everybody. Usually by human sacrifice, or they'll start a war. And humans are exactly the same as we were 5,000 years ago. And I don't like the feeling of I'm another species and the establishment with national security has taken my tax money and built a giant military-industrial complex, technocratic command system that Eisenhower warned us about. In fact, I'm going to get that full speech. I've done this before, but will you guys get his full speech? Full speech. And I think we bought it from the National Archive for a film. In fact, we did. It was going to be Skyfall. And then we never put it out. You notice there was a movie years later called that. I guess brains think alike. But the point is, I was going to do a chemtrail weather modification film, and there was so many patents and so much proof and so much admission. The other chemtrail films that are out there are good, but they're like, what's going on? They admit it's happening at a government conference, but won't admit it to others. I mean, it's just like all admitted. But you're searching chemtrail, they're geoengineering. High-altitude aerosol auroral program. You know, stuff like that. We got to find that interview and re-air it. It's online where the head of HAARP wanted to come on because he's a listener. The civilian head, and then the colonel was real mad that he was going to come on. It was like, I'm going to be listening, and I'll disconnect if he goes into a national security area. And then they disconnected the interview and then call back. Now, don't go there. And that happened on air. And the mad scientist is like, it's not bad. When we fire it, we ignite the atmosphere. Click. You can have, I like to light the atmosphere on fire. You don't want to make me angry. You wouldn't like to see me when I'm angry. I mean, it's like Trinity and Beyond. I use this example a lot with William Shatner, where they tried to blow up the atmosphere with hydrogen bombs. And then they tried to blow up the Van Allen radiation belt. And this is our government. And then they were going to try to blow the moon up. By the way, if you're a new listener and think I'm joking, the Pentagon publicly, well, I think it was like 1962, until Kennedy told him, no, you can look this up, was going to try to, quote, change the orbit of the moon with hydrogen weapons. Cuckoo, cuckoo. And then I'm the one reporting on it. And people aren't going to check that out. You know, they'll probably have Rachel Maddow go, Alex Jones claims there was a plan to nuke the moon. He claims they wanted to blow the atmosphere up, too. I mean, these people are nuts. They all need to be locked up in rubber rooms, not us. I want there to, I mean, a lot of these people have some of their poetry, top futurists, people that advise Ray Kurzweil in Endgame. Blueprint for Global Enslavement. Yeah, it's Project A119. The study of lunar research flights was a top-secret plan developed in 58. Yeah, they were going to do it in 62. The Air Force, the aim of the project was to detonate a nuclear bomb on the moon, visible with the naked eye, to boost public morale in the United States after the Soviet Union took an early lead in the space race. Yeah, that's a different program. They had another one to, like, move it. They were thinking if they moved the moon, it would do better for, like, not having... Well, their excuse was, the tides won't be as bad. These people are nuts. Anyways, the point is, try to find the Trinity clip. I bet it's online. We've got the DVD back there where it's like, the plan was to detonate hydrogen bombs in the atmosphere to see if they could destroy communications worldwide. When that failed, there were discussions of igniting the planet's atmosphere, but the test went ahead. Yeah, but with William Shatner's voice, I can't do it. and then I'm the bad guy because I know about this. Alex thinks a whole bunch of astronauts have died in secret programs. Like, what's his name? Smedley in Catch the Pigeon? What's the name of the dog that laughs? Smedley? They ought to just have Smedley in Rachel Maddow's place, a hologram of that dog. And then they'll go, Rand Paul says Obama needs to be indicted or or there needs to be an independent investigation. Just laugh at it. Alex Jones has a secret group meeting with your politicians buying them off right now illegally violating the Logan Act. What's our answer to that? Alex says diabetes is up several thousand%, and the studies 20 years ago said it was aspartame. Even though it's true, what do? Saw our legs off. We don't stop. And that's why I researched this. I need a long vacation is really what it is. Because I get to the point in the third hour of wanting to overthrow this desk and start smashing stuff at a chimpanzee orangutan level. Because, at a primitive level, that used to get stuff done, I can intellectually, I'm going back to your call, Caroline, and Noah and Cliff here in a minute. I could, deal with this if it wasn't so over the top horrible. And see, what it is a bunch of inbred billionaires, people controlling trillions, who've got, 10 mistresses, and people be on my show and they'll describe rich people like they've got multiple beautiful homes and private jets. They own large areas of Manhattan and Tokyo. They're on the boards of 100 Fortune 100. They go to snuff parties with little kids, folks. It's come out. It comes out in the back of the paper. And when I say back of the paper, it comes out on Italian TV, Russian TV. It comes out when they arrest people. I hate to talk about stuff like this, raping and shooting toddlers. And then they find out where the films are going, up to $50,000 a piece. They're flooding Hollywood. Rich people there will pay $50,000 for a VHS tape of little kids being killed. And it's real. And these people now think they're going to merge with robots and become God. You're not going to become anything. You really think you're going to get away with that because you go to Bohemian Grove and other places and do mojo rituals where you put all your sins or what you call dark energy onto something, you fools? You think you're going to cakewalk all this? I mean, you're out of your cotton-picking mind. But I'll tell you who's really out of their minds. It's the people that serve this system. Let me tell you something. If you don't like torturing little kids, you better not sign on to this. Now, if you're into Hellraiser stuff and you really want, because, that's a good allegory. You really want to open the cube and turn this loose. It's already been turned loose. But you want to open the gate full wide open. There will be burned cities and skeletons in black uniforms laying around everywhere when this is done. The surface of the earth will be a crispen death. The seas will die under the GMO bombardment. Hellgate is being opened. We have a short film we're going to put out, but it's so shocking, I don't even know if I should put it out, called The Devil Speaks. I just thought of that name. I didn't know it was one of the LaVey people had a book named that. Oh, yeah. The Devil Speaks with some hot blonde to make Satanism look powerful and like you're going to get sex. That isn't Satan. Satan is a child with their lower mandible blown off, with a tongue flapping with blood spurting, begging for mama. The real Satanist run the CIA and the Russian FSB. The real Satanists are in British intelligence, just like in Hellraiser. All of you people that think evil's sexy and vampires are cool and all that, you're going to find out what evil really is, and you're going to beg, and you're going to plead, and God is not going to come to your aid. You understand that? Suffer the little children. It is better for you to tie a giant boulder around your neck and throw yourself into the deepest sea 1 trillion times better. Quick death. than to hurt innocent people. And the government and the CPS grab kids, and when they cry for mommy, they put them on a bunch of drugs and brain damage them, and they sexually abuse them. And it goes on and on and on and on. A system built for scum to be immune from evil and to get away with all this stuff. But you will not get away with it. The only question is, will you destroy the planet in the process? And the creator of the universe will stay your hand. You will not be allowed to go all the way. Man, I read this dark poetry by these people. I've got the quotes, famous globalist in Endgame, where they're like, I'll be honest with you, when we get full control, we're probably just going to blow the planet up. And if we can create a weapon to destroy the universe, we're going to do it, because we're going to go on willing. And the last thing I want is more generations to breathe Terran air and to have a future. Just shut down the light. Kill these people now. I want death, Hellraiser. Blah! And we're going to let these people run things? They need to be hunted down. I have become Shiva the Destroyer. So said the inventor of the atomic bomb.
Hello, this is Hank Hill, and I'm telling you what, you need to listen to Alex Jones.
Yeah. Infowars.com.
Judge, what is the secret of the universe?
Infowars.com.